That's cool.
So it was supposed to be a quick stop through Omaha, but our flight got delayed and then canceled. We got a hotel.
We got room keys.
And then we hit the town to grab some food, explored around, stopped at some shops, and then headed back to get a good night of sleep before we had to jump on the plane early the next morning to make our way to San Francisco finally. So we got to town pretty early, so Michael headed off to find his group to work, and I headed off through this giant crowd to go find a coffee shop so I could get some work for FemmeHead done because I had to get up early the next morning. It is like 5:20 in the morning. I had to go head down to the ferry where the athletes would be jumping off, and I really wanted to see that. Everyone said it was cool. And then I would head into town to see Michael announce the finish line afterwards. So it was a really chilly ride out there, but it was completely worth it because it was a beautiful ride towards Alcatraz, and I got to see all the athletes jump off. And then it was like all hell broke loose and all the athletes were jumping off in the water and the boat was shaking, but it was really cool to watch. So once we dumped the rest of the athletes in the water, we headed back into town towards the finish line where I could listen to Michael announce.
Finishing out with the finish line to ourselves, that's what we like.
And the next day we had a slow morning in town, which was great, and then we headed north about an hour, I believe. It ended up taking like 2 hours towards Healdsburg, and we stopped off in Berkeley at this little vegan veggie cafe for a most delicious lunch where we stuffed our faces, and it was fantastic.
Will you leave me alone? Nothing like when the traffic stops on the interstate.
People are starving in the street. Asadiga, Igowai.
In a half mile, take exit 503 towards Central Healdsburg.
Okay. Now we go into the valley and we don't come back out.
And then this is where we stayed that night. It looks kind of weird right now, but it is a portaledge that climbers use. And this guy had rigged it up to a very tall tree. And so all we had was sleeping bags, our pillows, and this mosquito net. And it was quite the experience, I'll say. Try not to make any sudden movements.
How are your feelings now, still on the ground?
You shouldn't have told him we're on the ground. If you pan from this way, it looks like we're really high in the air.
The ground's right there.
Here's my thought. If my knee is up against this, the mosquitoes can still bite it.
Yeah, don't put your knee up against it.
What you got over there, Michael?
Something I caught in the wild. There's 3 buttons. There should only be 2. What the hell is the red button?
Don't press the red button. No, I think we're on the... Oh, for the love of God.
What? Okay, that does not sound good.
What do you mean it doesn't sound good?
Listen to that grinding. Maybe we should do it once before we're in it.
No, she did it.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to sound. Is there something that's like holding us to the ground? What's that button?
That button?
Is that cord go to this?
Yeah.
How
high up are we?
We're like 4 feet off the ground right now. Why does it feel like we're so much further up?
So we finally made it to sleep, and besides it being a little chilly in the middle of the night, it was really peaceful and great. So on our way home, our flight through St. Louis got delayed, so we decided to make the most out of it, and we headed into town to this great little cafe and had a delicious dinner, which was a great way to end our trip.